welcome back to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander. So we are at match 2 of these 4 decks. Captain Nagathrod, or Davy Jones as I like to call him, Mazerik, Shrines, and Hydras. I already rolled the dice, and number 1, the old captain, goes first. So let's just jump right into it. Going to play an island tap, or it doesn't come in tap. Going to play an island for turn. That's some unskilledness right there. Don't even know how to play a land. Pass turn. Draw for turn. We're going to play a Golgari Guildgate. Comes in. This one comes in tapped, so we're okay there. And pass turn. Draw. Playing Evolving Wilds. I'm going to crack-a-lack-a-sack it for a Mountain. Let's see how long it takes to... There's one. It's faster than I thought it would be, at least. Shuffle up. And we're going to go ahead and pass. Now, I believe... It's been a couple days. I believe Go Shintai, the Shrines deck, won the first game. And, oops, put my hand down. That's a pretty good starting hand. Not optimal, because like I said, I don't shuffle for optimal. I don't even shuffle for, like... Normally, I don't even really shuffle for... good. I just shuffle for 3 lands. I've been trying with this experiment, the whole Unskilled Commander thing, to try and shuffle not only for 3 lands, but something within the 1 to 3 drop range, so that I can have I have something to play on turns 1, 2, or 3 at the latest. But we'll see. So passing over here, drawing for turn. Playing an island, tapping said island into a Traveler's Amulet. I can pay 1 and sack it to search for a basic land card, reveal it, and it goes into my hand. Oops. Well, shoot, what's that? Look at that, unskilled to the max. I think that was like the first couple hands before I got to one that actually had lands and some lower spells. So let's shuffle that up real quick. Sorry about that. How dare I have other things to do in my life than just set up this deck. Pass turn. Draw for turn. Playing a swamp. I unfortunately do not have any 2-drops, so we're going to have to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Playing a forest for turn. We'll tap this for Soul Ring, then tap that for a green and Soul Ring with 1 floating for Rampant Growth. Search for basic land card, put in the battlefield, tapped, shuffle library. What do we have land-wise? Okay, so we're going to go for the swamp, I think. Just because it's always good. I always like to balance out the mana colors for whatever deck I'm playing as much as I can. Unless, of course, I know that I have a ton of spells that have 2 or so of the same color, like 2 green and 3, and you're 2 black or whatever. Then I'll try and build towards that. But right now, it's okay to just spread it out. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a snow-covered forest, and then tap both for the Arcane of Signets. That's not too bad. We're going ramping over here and ramping over there, so it's going to be interesting. Going to pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a swamp for turn. Do I have any 2-drops over here? I do not, but I can foretell this card, so I will do so. All right, things are going to get interesting when we come back around here, unfortunately, but you'll see in a second. So we're passing over to Davy Jones's locker, untapping. Remember, we got to pretend like we don't know what's in all these hands, even though it's all me. So I'm going to play Sunken Hollow. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. I do, so I have 3 mana to play with. Oh wait, I can't say excellent. That's going to be super helpful. Phyrexian Rager. Woo, let's do a Rager. A 2/2, Phyrexian Rager enters the battlefield. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. So, I'm going to smack myself in the face for 1, drawing first blood on myself. How dare I? But I do get to draw a card, so that's always good. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to play a Reliquary Tower. Well, I guess a smart move. Well, I'm trying to play this as if I would really play it. I'm tempted to do this in my hand first. You know what? That still might work. We're going to do that. It's fine. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and this green for 4, for 3 and Dynamo. Green and a black, and 3, haha, for Mazerik. Excellent. Optimal use of mana and cards in hand, so that's actually pretty sweet. And now, if anybody sacks anything for like Terramorphic Expanses or any kind of creature sacks, Mazerik and every creature over here is going to go up by 1. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Going to play a Swamp. Now, here's where things get mean, because this was originally designed to be Shrine's enchantment / Shrine's mean enchantment. And you are about to see the card that literally started this entire deck. An enchantment, Destructive Flow. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-basic land. Guess what this deck has only? That's right, it only has basic lands. Everybody else does not. So let's see how badly this hurts other people. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Now, I have a Dark Moss Bridge in my hand I could play, and it is indestructible, but I sacrifice it. So, and, sacrifice, that's going to help them over there. So I'm going to, luckily I have a forest. I will also tap this and sacrifice Traveler's Amulet to go get another forest, just so I have some basics in my hands at least. There is the forest I'm getting. Shuffle up. This goes in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we do not have to, oops, that's foretold, that's fine. Actually, hang on a tick. Well, you know what, it's too late. It's too late. I searched my library and got a card. If I hadn't searched and shuffled, I would do it, because I could have, this, for your knowledge, is a Saw It Coming, a counterspell. I could have countered that, because I had 2 open mana, and could have prevented all that, and would have helped this deck with mana curves, but I screwed up. Misplay. That's what we do here at Unskilled Commander. We misplay, and hopefully we learn from it. Probably not, but hopefully you do. So pass turn. Untap, upkeep. At your upkeep, gotta sacrifice a non-basic land. Guess what that means? Mazerik just went up by 1. So now I draw a card for turn. I'm going to play a Swamp, tapping 2 for Talisman of Dominance. I can add a colorless, or tap it to add a blue or black, and it deals 1 damage to me. Now, I am not happy with this sacrificing thing, so 2 at you, my friend, or my enemy, as it may be. We will pass. Untap. Upkeep. You know what? Reliquary Tower is also not a basic, along with Golgari Guildgate. So I will sacrifice the Reliquary Tower, though. Oops, what am I going way over there for? Reliquary Tower, because at least this gives me colors, but it does sacrifice, so it helps me in that sense. And thank goodness I have both of these out for at least mana. I did not draw a card, so I will draw a card. 1, 2, 3 for Savvy Hunter. Whenever Savvy Hunter attacks or blocks, create a food token, which you can then sacrifice and make more mana. Now, let's see. Yeah, let's use our mana in a better sense. So we've got 1 floating, which is not going to come in handy, but I will tap the black for Executioner's Capsule. I can pay a black and 1 and sacrifice Executioner's Capsule to destroy target non-black creature. So not only is it an answer, it also sacrifices and helps boost up my characters. Go ahead and pass. Well, wait a second. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Because, yeah, let's go ahead and swing. Because you're making me even though the sacrificing is helping me, I would also very much like to keep my lands. So, 4 commander damage at you. 4 commander down to 34. So Shrines has made themselves target number 1 quite quickly. And for justifiable reasons. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to play a Plains for turn. That gives me 5 mana. Interesting. You know what? We'll leave ourselves open. Sorry about that. But it could help us in the long run. I'm going to tap 3, including a green, to play Sheltered Area, or however you say it, onto Plains. Enchant Land. Enchanted Land has tap, add 2 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. I will tap that 2 mana plus Arcane Signet to play Gift of Paradise on, let's say, the Swamp. That says Gift of Paradise enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, haha. And this land now has taps for 2 mana. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana already, which hopefully will come in handy. But we are still wide open for next turn, and I assume everyone's going to come smacking in on this direction. So let's go ahead and pass and see what happens. Untap. Upkeep. No, I mean, I did forget about this once again, but no one really played anything that was super bad. Draw a card for turn. Going to play a Forest. That gives us 4 mana. We can and will play our commander because we need A, a blocker, and B, he gives, next turn at least, we can tap for 2 mana of any color. So that'll be a bit of mana ramp until someone can hopefully find some artifact destruction and get rid of that destructive flow. Also, no one else had to sack anything. Okay, so pass turn. We're going to untap, upkeep, no upkeep triggers, we'll draw. I will play 1 more swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I will go ahead and tap all 5 for my commander. Let's get those commanders out all around. Horrors you control have menace, which means they can't be blocked except for by 2 or more creatures. So solo creatures are crap out of luck. Whenever a horror deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. And at the beginning of my end step, I can take an artifact or creature card from an opponent's graveyard that was milled there this turn and put it on my side of the battlefield. That is pretty good if I get the right cards. So we will begin to do that. Now the question is, who do we go after? Clearly, we want to beat them down because of the destructive flow. But because of what's going on, we kind of want to go for creatures, or we want to go for someone that's going to give us the most value out of possible milled cards. That is a shrine deck. The likelihood of hitting a shrine is higher. We don't have shrines, so we won't get the the cumulative effect of and benefit of shrines. So we might not want to hit right now. However, Mazerik probably has some really good creatures in there. Spoiler alert. Hopefully it does. And same with Zakara, although that is a lot of X spells, and we don't have a ton of mana to pump into that, or the right color mana. And yeah, so really the point being, X spells won't have any, they just go straight to the battlefield. We're not casting them, so we don't pay into them, so they'll fizzle. So we really only have a good target of over here. 2 damage to you, my Mazerikian friend. You go down to 38. You then mill 2 cards, and we can take an artifact or a creature. Oh ho ho! Look at that. Gourmand goes onto the battlefield. Well, let's resolve this in the proper timing. So we mill 2. Now we move to second main phase. I can't do anything. End step. Beginning of my end step. I will take Gourmand and put him on my side on the battlefield under my control. Now, we didn't cast him, we just put it on there. So I don't believe we need to worry about his additional cost to cast this spell, Sacrifice Creature. We're not casting it. It's literally just coming from the graveyard and being placed onto the battlefield. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm almost positive that's how the wording is important for like that. It's a 5/5 flyer, has trample, and when it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Ooh, that's nasty. You can't. You have to. So that's extremely upsetting. You just got that out, and now it's going to cost 2 more to do, and now we don't have the extra 2. So that's not cool. So a creature was sacrificed. That goes up. This goes up, but obviously we're going to have to sacrifice as well, so this goes up again. But now we lose out on cool Savai Hunter's abilities. Well played, scary deck. Well played. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep. Unfortunately, upkeep. We have to sacrifice a land, but that does make this go up higher. We're going to draw. Luckily, we just drew a swamp, so we get to play that. Let's see, we're going to tap for 2 and a green. No, that's the only green we can. 2, search your library for a basic land card. Put in the battlefield tapped, and then bolster 1. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh my gosh. Way to go, Destructive Flow. You're going to die first because you're making Mazerik going to win. I'm going to put this basic forest on the battlefield tapped, so at least that's helping the mana situation for Mazerik as well. Wow, this is the exact opposite effect as what you would hope for, huh? And even if I did have a creature, Mazerik is flying, so it's not going to be any kind of help in that sense. I target non-black creature. All those creatures are black, so we can't even fire that off yet. And let's see. Yeah, that's not helpful, and that's not helpful. All right, so we will move to combat at least. 6, 7, 8. 8 damage, 8 commander. Wow, you were at 12. You were... Oh, wow, Shrines is getting its butt kicked. 29. Total health. And pass. Wow, after all that cool mana ramping we did over here in a perfect couple turns. Unfortunately, so untap, upkeep, draw, which I did in a slightly wrong order. Whatever. I will play Snow-Covered Mountain. So this, now can we play it? We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just enough. And again, still not my commander, but 1, 2, 3, we're going to tap this for 2 green just because I need the extra. Well, no, I can just tap that for 2 black because green, green, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play. Sandworm Convergence enchantment. Creatures with flying can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 green worm creature token. Whoa. And I know that sounded very fake, like, oh, whoa, how surprising. But no, seriously, like, that's a whoa. That's these 2 cards combined are going to really mess up the flow of this game because now Mazerik has to go somewhere else if it wants to attack. But the sacrificing has helped Mazerik immensely. And now we're getting 5/5s on our side of the field to help block anybody else that wants to swing in. That's pretty boss. Let's go ahead and pass turn. See what can be done over here. Not much, I'm afraid. Nope, we were tapped out, so we couldn't do the counterspell even if we wanted to. Unfortunately, no lands I can play, anyway. That's really unfortunate. So what else do we do? Nope, that's not really worth it at this, or is it? I've got 4 mana, that's it. 4 mana to play with. Should I waste the mana to do that? I don't feel I should waste it just yet. However, this one we can do because it's small, but it could get bigger. Well, no, it can't, but whatever. 2 green and 2 other for X to play Hooded Hydra for 2. Unfortunately, it is now just a lowly little 2/2 Hydra. But we've got something on the battlefield. Pass turn. Hydras really took a hit with that the mana, the destructive flow got rid of the manas, and then, getting Gormund in, had to make a sacrifice the one and only creature we had. Untap, upkeep, draw. Lucking out the swamps, although it would be nice to get some other colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Caged Sun. Choosing a color, we're going to go ahead and choose black, especially at this point in time. At this juncture, Caged Sun, creatures you control of the chosen color get +1/+1. Whenever a land's ability adds one or more mana of the chosen color to your mana pool, add an additional one. So all of my swamps tap for 2. Next turn at least. And all of my black creatures get +1/+1. Pretty solid. So once again, whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to player, that player mills. So that's on an individual basis, I believe. Again, correct me in the comments. That's something I will try and remember to look up before the third match between these decks. So, where are we going to send what? I think we're going to add some insult to injury and send Gormund at its original owner, Mazerik. I'm going to go ahead and swing Davy Jones and Phyrexian Rager at you, even though that's not the best. They should technically probably all three go at Mazerik to get the most potential out of card draws, or, potential cards. However, if we kill Mazerik fast, then those cards will just leave anyway, so might as well use them while we have the chance. So, nothing you can do about this, so Gormund's going to deal 5 damage down to 33, and you're going to mill 5 cards. So now we have to take care of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, total whiff, no creatures, 1 artifact though, and we can still do the artifact aspect. You may play land cards from your graveyard. I only have a non-basic, which isn't really helpful. If I had like a Terramorphic Expanse in my hand, I would probably do it just so I could get 2 uses out of it, but I currently don't. And there's no telling when and if I'll get one of the Evolving Wilds or Terramorphics. So I'm going to let them go. Then we've got 3, 4, 5 coming over here. Now, they have Menace, so this one dude cannot block. So that is full 5, down to 24. And again, we are going to mill 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what I say? Shrine, 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 and they're all enchantments even, so I can't even use them. However, I will take this artifact because it's mana. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the pluses. So that's actually 6. Still no, Shroud and Haste, meh, whatever. And then another, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so another 2. Land. I did get a creature this time. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. See, here's the quandary, right? It would be smart to get this out of the graveyard, because if you know the commander, you know that paying 1 of each color, which we probably have, can get any enchantment out of the graveyard. Oh, this doesn't count as enchantment, so that's actually not a concern. So screw it. Leave it there. Get the mana. All right. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Can't play that land, but we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, oops, untap, sorry. That's a 6. For Indulgent Tormentor, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. I could do that, don't I? Well, that's fine, that's fine. It's not a big deal right now. So, and this is a flying 5/3. Now, regrettably, because of Sandworm Convergence, somehow sandworms stop flyers. I don't know how that works exactly, but yeah, creature was flying, can't attack you, so I don't know if the worms just throw sand in their eyes, I don't know. But whatever, Mazerik can no longer go in that direction. I think it's going to be some crackback time because, you know what, screw you, you milled me and did some serious damage. Take 8 Commander to the face. Boom, down to 31, and then we will grab this. I'll grab this one. for another 8. 8 commander damage right there. All right, that's all we can do. Pass. Now, we do need to get going. And, over here, we need to get some stuff done. Draw a card. That's not bad, but let's first things first, right? Just trying to figure out what the best use of mana. Whatever. 2, we'll just make it all green. To play Go Shintai. Go Shintai. When he enters, we make a shrine token. Sweet. Now I still have 1, 2 mana, 3, 4 mana left. 4. Oof, not enough, unfortunately. But this is enough for this one, and why not? Let's... Oh, you know what? I did do that out of turn, or out of order, rather, but whatever. 2 white, I did it out of order. You know how I don't like to take back. We're trying to learn. I drew this card, so I didn't read it fully, and for the thousandth time, read your cards, people, from top to bottom. We're going to play Hallowed Haunting, enchantment. As long as I control 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, which is why I should have played this one first, because that counts as an enchantment, you create a white spirit cleric creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits you control. So that could get fun real quick, but let's see what we got, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 enchantments. We only need 1 more for creatures to have flying and vigilance, which is pretty awesome. Let's see. Beginning of my who's open? Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna send this 5/5 worm scurrying on the ground and smacking you in the face, or in the butt. I don't know. It's coming on the ground. So 26 is your new life total, my friend. And we will move to our end step, making another 5/5 worm. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. See, I keep forgetting, but again, we were tapped out. So even when I forget, it doesn't matter because we don't have enough. We're not drawing anything, and I'm not even getting any X spells that can draw us cards. Nope, that won't help. Can't do that one. I really, really hate to waste this on something so stupid, but I guess we're going to have to. And I know we could probably just leave the mana open for a counterspell. It's like, I need to do something over here, man. 1 green, and then 2 more for Wildest Dreams for 1. How pathetic is that? Return 1 target card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Wildest Dreams, and that's exiled. We're going to tap to play Traveler's Amulet, so next turn I can get some more land at least. I'm not going to bother swinging out, although those are flying. Those, quite honestly, will be flying. And that has Menace, so we might as well contribute to the fun. So yeah, you're going to take 2, because you are screwing us over too. 24, pass turn. All right, untap. Upkeep, draw. Give me something good. Yep, I figured it'd be a land at this point, since I don't need it thanks to Cage Sun and the thing. So each swamp taps for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, you know what? Let us do that first. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 for Hex. Destroy 6 target creatures. First of all, did I sacrifice anything? I did not sacrifice anything yet. So no extras on you. But clearly, I mean, no questions asked. We're sacrificing, Mazerik's going to be one of them. Now it costs 2 extra to cast. Thankfully, we do have quite a few mana rocks. You're going to sacrifice this one. Well, wait, is it sacrifice or destroy? What's it say? I don't think it matters. Destroy, sorry. You're destroying that, so that's 2 counts for both of them. 1, 2, and I can destroy 4 more creatures. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That just wiped the board quite nicely. Way to go, Hex. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 5, so we can do that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play Vanquisher's Banner. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I choose Scary. Creatures you control the chosen type get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a creature of said type, draw a card. Alright. Scary's going off pretty nicely. So the board is wide open. We can attack whoever we want, basically. So who is the lowest life? Now that's 40 life. That actually needs some smackdown. But we've got 24, we've got 33, and let's be honest, that's stopping us from doing all the land. Although we don't need it at this point. But it's the principle of the matter, damn it. So yes, we are swinging all of them at you. Actually, we're going to swing Phyrexian and Rager at you to get a little trigger off of that, because that's going to have the better creatures to steal, obviously. So 2 buffs. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage coming right at you. That's literally down to 12 because it's 24. Boom. We'll use this to denote 3, 4, 5 commander, just in case that somehow matters. I mean, I can't see how unless, you know, but that deck does have life gain, so you never know. And then 2, 3, 4 damage over here, down to 29. So we'll do this one first just because, you know, I'm remembering it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're absolutely smacking and taking this Astra of the Endless Web. Hell yeah. Whenever it's got 3/5 with reach, whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, create a 1/2 green spider token. Heck yeah. But we have to mill 12 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now. Okay, not a creature, not a creature. Creature, artifact, no, no. Creature, no, no, no. Artifact. Okay. So once again, as you can see, this isn't the best deck to really fire that off on because we're not getting too much to steal. Mazerik is far better because the creatures are better. However, now, and over here, all it is pretty much mana fixing. Whenever this one or another enchantment enters the battlefield, draw a card. And this is an enchantment creature, so the Goshintai can get this one back. So I say we steal that one just to keep it out of Shrine's hands. We have to, and these sleeves are relatively close, so we have to be careful with that. But that is all we can do in terms of combat. No end steps, yes, and well, that was on the end step. Sorry. I should declare those things because at the beginning of your end step is when you steal the artifact or creatures only from the milled cards. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. So 3 and 2 for a 2 for the command attacks. 3. Bink, bink. Boom, Mazerik comes right back. I will then pay 2 to sacrifice. Oh, no, I can't. I mean, is it even worth it? There's probably better choices for that in the future. Hold off, because, you know, we can just blow up that. Although, you know, that's green. Yeah. So, can't do any of those things, unfortunately. Even though we had quite a bit of mana, that was just barely enough to get him out. So, or her out. So, pass turn. Now, unfortunately, Shrines is getting beat down. But this should help. So first of all, untap. Tapping for 2 white and 2 more white. Why not? Yeah, right. I should leave that open. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I just need 5. So leave that. Leave the most open that we can for variation. Because this is 1, 2 of any one color and then 1 more. So that's 3. We don't have a 3. We kind of do. to play Sphere of Safety. Creatures can't attack you unless, or a planeswalker you control, unless their controller pays X for each creature, where X is the number of enchantments you control. 1, 2, 3, 4 currently. But we will go ahead and, even though I don't need this card on the field, it's an enchantment, and right now I need this card on the field. If you get what I'm saying. We're going to play Back to Basics, a much hated card. Non-basic lands don't untap during their controller's untap step. So now, if someone does blow up Destructive Flow, they can use and keep non-basics on the field, but they just can't untap them once they're used. So that gives more targets, but more importantly, at this stage, it means that for every creature that wants to attack me, their controller has to pay 5. And because of that land controlling, it's going to be kind of tricky. I do not get anything like this because I would have, but I don't. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, though, if I did 2 of those, so I actually get 2 spirits. I don't know if I have the right kind of spirits. So we will play these. So boom and boom. And now what's this say? It says, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a white spirit creature token that says this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits you control. So essentially, they're 2/2s right now. You're not really supposed to put the counters on, blah, 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 whatever. Just make it easier because, once again, we're playing by ourselves here. Then we will move to our end step, thereby making another 5/5 worm. So now, not only do we have creatures on the field again to protect, it's going to take a lot for someone to get through in terms of mana. So pass, untap, upkeep, draw. Still not a freaking land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, thankfully we didn't have to discard. Pay that to tap and destroy that to go get another blue. Really? Come on. Okay. Getting an island. It goes to my hand, but I haven't played a land this turn, so I will play it. So next turn I will have 5 mana at least. Thank goodness. Still not enough to recast my commander, however, which is part of this deck. The main part of this deck, to be honest. And we'll go ahead and pass. Untap. Upkeep. Do I have any upkeep triggers? Now, once again, I'm just realizing this now. This wasn't a smart, I knew what I was doing, but it's a lucky move. These, just like Gormund, came onto the battlefield. I did not cast them, so I don't get the draw trigger off of Vanquisher's Banner. However, now I'm aware of that. So if I do play a creature, I need to remember that. Enters the battlefield. So I did get the draw card off of that, which I did not do, and I will do now. And let's see, did anyone play any sorceries or instants? They did not. So I will play a Terramorphic Expanse, sacking it to get a basic island and put it onto the field, just for next turn at least. Give this deck a quick shuffle. Whoa. And I do have a couple of creatures, so let's play some creatures and also get some draw. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play Grazilax, Illithid Scholar. Wow, these friggin' words. So 3/2. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to your owner's hand. Whenever one or more creatures you control do combat to a player, draw a card. But Vanquisher's Banner, that is scary. So I draw a card off of that. Ho ho ho! Now this is something we need right now. Well, actually, I guess it's probably not something we need right now, really. But we'll play it because it'll help in the long term. We're going to tap a black and one other to play Feed the Swarm. Destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent's mana value, which that's not cool. But we're going to blow up Destructive Flow. And we're going to lose 3 life. So now everyone can play these non-basics that we've been holding on to. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the doubling effect of that for mana. So that came in tapped. We did, in fact, need to tap both of those. But this has one floating. So that one floating and tapping this to have the 2 mana to play Feed the Swarm. So now, which is great because 1, 2, 3, 4, Infectious Horror. When the infectious, scary attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. It's a 2/2, but it comes in, so we draw a card. Nice. I will tap these 2 for Thought Vessel. So clearly mana isn't important right now, but so I guess I could have just not blown that one up and let that hinder the other 2 players, huh? That's probably your better bet. So, yeah, that was dumb, huh? So we will go ahead and gain that 3 life back. You can have Destructive Flow back, and we will blow up Sphere of Safety because that's far better choice. Unfortunately, that's 5, so that's going to lose 5 life down to 18. And you may be saying, I thought you didn't take back plays. I don't take them back when we move on or when I do something like shuffle. That is just the smart play, and it should have been. I was just excited to finally be able to blow up that enchantment, and this entire time, that's in my mind's been the scary enchantment when it stopped being the important one a long time ago. Because especially for this side, we've got plenty of lands, and they have plenty of mana too. It's really only hurting Zaxxora over there. That was a sorcery, but it's whenever an opponent casts it, so there's no that we don't get any benefit of that. When 1 or more creatures you control do combat damage, which they are about to, but that's 1 or more, so we're only going to draw 1 card when they all hit. These, let's go ahead and just move these just for simplicity's sake. These are Summoning Sickness, these are not. Actually, we'll move them down so I can really see. Now, there's no real point in attacking with a lot of these, but at the same time, why not? Because all of my creatures, well, creatures of the chosen color, so these are not getting the buff. And this will not get the buff. From here, it will get the buff. Or from here, we'll get the buff from here. And these ones won't get that buff, so yeah, I guess we're not going to bother even trying to swing with those ones. And these have Summoning Sickness, so we currently still are only swinging with 3. But we will absolutely do that in whose direction? Should it be Mazerik? Because we've got, no, but that's 12 life. I'm at 18, that's at 40. That should really probably be the main hit. Now, it no longer costs anything to swing in that direction. They've got a 2/2, a 2/2, and a 5/5. All of my stuff, well, the Phyrexian Ravager could die. So send that somewhere else then, right? Okay, so Phyrexian Ravager, and they do have Menace, so that is a good thing. Phyrexian Ravager heading to you. I hate to do that, but it has to go with Mazerik. Yes, you want to knock down the person with the highest life, but again, they're not doing anything. They're not really even a threat. That's still considered, it can be a threat. You can start sacrificing things, make me sacrifice my entire board state and beef up yours. This is a flyer, this is not, but they both have Menace. Okay, so let's just take this one step at a time. Even though combat happens all at the same time, and I understand that, for simplicity's sake, we're going to do it one at a time. 4 damage over here. 4 damage over at Mazerik. Down to 25 life, and then exile, mill 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There's only one choice, but it's a good choice. Demon of Loathing, flying, trample, 7/7. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. Fantastic. And it's black, so it'll get the buffs. Amazing. We will bring this over here now, even though combat is still going on. Flying 5/5 in your direction. No one is flying yet, because we don't have enough enchantments. So 5 damage to you. Down to 7. Well, no, darn it. So you're right. I guess I could have maybe flat out killed that person, I guess. We need to take consideration of that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? We're good. Awesome. Plus, I already did I got this over here. I'm not going to redo that level. But perfect. 12, yeah. No, they can block. Whatever. 7 in the air. 5 on the ground, but we can stack block for the Menace faction. Those will die, of course. However, the 7 still gets through. So we get from 12 down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. That was a huge amount of lands right clumped together and enchantments, so it doesn't even help us. But it knocked that down really good. And now we have a 7/7 rather, flying trample. We're going to move these down because these are never going to attack since they aren't getting buffs. But holy crap, guys. Someone's going down. Pass turn, unless there's a board wipe coming. Untap, upkeep, draw. Another swamp. That's, okay, I guess. Would have been nice to get, like, the thing I just got, but... Well, this is a little silly, but we're going to do it because I don't like someone having all of my creatures. 1, 2, 3, and 2 black to play unnecessarily expensive Spark Harvest. It should be 1 and sack a creature to help up my keepable, but I only have 1. So destroy target creature or planeswalker. I am, of course, destroying my Demon of Loathing. You're not going to have that much damage on board. Thank you very much. No flying 9/9s. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, it is not enough to do anything. I guess we will still sit on this in case, for when that comes out. Pass turn. Wow, just when you thought things were getting good over here for shrines, finally gets the enchantment removal. Untap, upkeep. Wow, another land. We're going to play that. And then, yeah, it's... Well, what... We're going to die no matter what we do, so what's the point of not trying? 1, 2, like 2 green, and then, whatever, my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out comes Go Shintai, makes a shrine token. We have a whopping 3 mana left, which, sure, we'll tap 2 red and that to play Blood Sun. When Blood Sun enters the battlefield, draw a card. Woohoo! All lands lose all abilities except mana abilities. Womp womp. Of course, at this point, that's not going to hurt anybody, but... And, yeah, I mean, in response to Go Shintai coming out, tap, tap, sacrifice, counter, blow up. Now it costs you 4 more to play that. Sorry. He can't do anything else. They're going to pass over to Hydras, which are just sitting there on their thumbs, unfortunately. And yeah, I could have played the counterspell on any number of these things. I see that, but again, I just can never remember way over here. We're going to draw. I don't think this is going to matter at this point, but we're going to play. I mean, I still am at 40 life. So we're going to tap 3 for Beneath the Sands. Search your library for... Oh, wait a second. Sorry. I did make another... Sands reminded me of Sandworm. I do make another one of them. And I did play another one of these. Or I did play an enchantment, rather. So one of those came out. Sorry. Search Beneath the Sands. Search library for basic land card. Put it on the battlefield. Tapped. Shuffle a library. What do we need at this point? Another... It's always never when you want them. It's always the opposite colors. Oh my god. I just want a swamp. Like, seriously? Friggin' Reza friggin'. That was unnecessary. I shouldn't have to go through half the deck. But sure, why not? Nothing I can do. Pass turn. I did play a card, but let's count just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Passing to the scaries, and the scaries are actually being pretty scary this game. That's kind of cool. Especially since this is basically a pre-con with about 20 cards adjusted. That's all I had. I'm actually happy with this go-round. The first round was not... Oops. Stupid penny sleeves always stick together. Alright, well, can't play either of the two lands I have in my hand. That's unfortunate. Do I have upkeep triggers? I do not. Okay. Well, regardless, we still need to go to swing in. We are going to... Who's flying? This is a 7/7 flyer thanks to the buff, so that is the only one that is going at you. Then that leaves us with these three getting the buffs, this one only getting one buff. But still going in that direction. Well, sorry. Let me check the camera. Still okay? Yeah. Hate it when I bounce this rig. Okay. So we are swinging all of these at Mazerik because Mazerik can get bad even at this late stage. So we are just going to say, boom, pow, crash, ugh, dead, done. Sorry. Nice attempt, though. Lots of enchantments came out. That's nice. So we've got 5, 4, 4, 4, actually. So they all have menace, and you cannot block menace. So that means all of it gets through. So do we have any kind of on-attract triggers? Enters the battlefield. That's combat damage. When it attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. Haha! First blood on you is a friggin' passive ability, which is crazy. But you go down to 23. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage. So we're going to draw the card at some point. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage. Boom. You are down to 6. Sweetie, I am sorry. You are not looking good. I do get to draw a card. Okay. So I'm going to move to my... Oh, right. I almost forgot. That doesn't matter, but you have to mill 12 cards, right? Wasn't it 12? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's a ton of good stuff in here. Although it's not really even a point in taking anything. I mean, you can just be on the safe side kind of thing. Yeah, sure, we'll take Jared just because that's, you know. Oh, can't, well, can we? We actually can. Oh, because we stole from you. That's kind of gross. Didn't someone have a death trigger? I thought someone over here had a death trigger. Or did they already die and we didn't do the death trigger? No? Okay. Not in my hand. Oh, and it's each. Ooh, that's good. That is good. Ah, that's also a very valid point. We will hold off on that maneuver just yet because trying to play smart. 1, 2, 3. Remember the buff. So 2 blue, and then 1, 2, and 3 to play Mind Flayer. A 3/3. Dominant monster. When Mind Flayer enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as you control Mind Flayer. Oh. We're actually going to grab this. I know that sounds weird, but why grab that when that's easily going to be killed? Because let me give you a little future sight here. What I'm thinking is, this next turn, assuming nothing else changes, swing everything at this direction, all of it. Do as much damage as possible, and then on main phase 2, use that ability to swing the biggest creature I have at both of them. Just, take the damage. Should kill that and almost kill that. And then that way, when these all go back to them, it's low enough that we could probably still get through. See what I'm going for? Now let's pass turn and see if it works out that way. Untap, upkeep, draw. I mean, why not use it, right? Let's go for it. We're going to tap 1/2 for Tribute to the Wild. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact or enchantment. Sure, I'll get rid of... Does that matter, though? We got a lot of land. We're not going to live. So, yeah, I'll get rid of that. Sure. And, yeah, I'll totally get rid of Thought Vessel. Why not? So, this goes up by 2. Bink, bink. Regrettably, that's all I really can do. I can play 2 black and 3 for Dictate of Erebos. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Not going to help right now, but why not? And then I would play Field of Ruin, because who cares? It's not going to make it back to my upkeep anyway. To that end... Oh, right, because that's all... Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's dead. So it was only those 2, and you didn't have an artifact or enchantment to sacrifice. So it was just you. Play that stuff anyway still, and swing. Flying. Does anyone have flying? The Astra of Endless Web has reach. 3/5. This is a 5/5. Flying. That was an enchantment. I don't know that I cast any instants or sorceries. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. I will block with Astra. You get your card back. Nothing else happens. Pass turn. I almost don't think it's almost no point in taking this turn, because we'll see. On tap, yeah, no. Well, that thing's gone, so we can play Temple of the False Gods. Nope, that won't help. That might, actually. See, obviously, I would want to get my commander out, but they all have menace. It's not going to stop it. So we're going to go with this instead. 1, 2. Oops, where'd it go? Yeah. So 2 green, first off. We got to pay 2 green. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nourishing Shoal for 6. I gain 6 life. Up to 44. That might be a saving grace. Or it just delays the game one more turn. But that's all we can do. Pass. And it's not like you left yourself open. Again, they all have menace. They were going to be open anyway. I only had 1 creature. It wasn't going to stop. If I played my commander. So, untap, upkeep, draw. We can totally play our Temple of the False Gods. Interesting enough, I drew them in succession, which was interesting. But we don't really need it right now for anything. So yeah, move to combat. Swinging the board. Lay board. It's you. So, gotta stop saying that. All black creatures are getting, let's do that then. Let's separate them out like this. Don't say it. All black creatures are getting +2/+2. Everything else, all horrors are getting just horrors are getting +1/+1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Oh, man. 34 damage takes you down, ba-boom, to 10. So, I mean, whenever a creature, I did not cast anything. But, oh, that's right. Hang on. Whenever this guy attacks, each opponent loses 2 life, so it's actually 8. You were down to 4. This is, I can't believe this slightly altered precon might be able to pull it off right now. Although, well, yeah, close, very close. I don't have, it's not up to 8 though. That's the problem. I don't have any kind of one-shot. I don't even have a bounce spell to like push that back in or something. Oh. No, I don't think there's any creatures in my graveyard. Bummer, there's not. Oh, just one would have done it. When it battles or gain control of, I gain control of that, right? Creature you control, whenever one or more creatures, you draw the card. So I would draw this card. Yeah, so that's, is that the right one? Did I already draw a card? It's a land anyway, so it's not going to help. So it's just the mill. We won't even bother with that. Plus, I didn't hit him. So you are milling freaking 34 cards. So, oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 30, oops. Put those 2 back on, sorry. Hopefully I put those in the right direction, we'll find out. I'm not even going to look, because well, I suppose I should, huh? In case something has to enter the battlefield. So we are looking for artifacts and creatures. Regrettably, that's the point. That I don't think this deck would have anything that would do damage when it comes in. It's all about, they're all X spells. You know, it's all about... Yeah, there's nothing in there. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and tap... Oh, I scared myself. I'm like, oh no, did I get rid of it? Tap that thing for green. Black and one other. To sacrifice Gormund. Each takes 7 damage. Also killing you, so you're... Nope, that's... Oh, that's for you. You're dead. Oh, shoot. I couldn't have done that then. Oh, no. That ruins everything. Because this is... Yeah, this is gone too. Shoot. So that's actually... that alters the numbers. That was 2. So back up to 10. Right, I didn't buff these ones. Did I? I hope I didn't. Because it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Yeah, okay, I didn't buff them. Good. Yeah, darn, I don't have anything that makes mana of any color. I don't have like a thing. Wow. That is unfortunate. Well, okay, I guess we have to draw this out one more turn. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll pay the 4 to play Creekwood Liege. Other black creatures get +1/+1. Other green creatures +1/+1. At the beginning of upkeep, you may blah, blah, blah. Nobody sacked the creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the air at you. Down to 11. I mean, that's pretty within range. And that is 7 over here, which is now, what, 15? Come on, just getting it. 15. So really close to commander damage, really close on normal damage. You know, if Hydras were to get its act together, horrors might not win. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. I mean, I'll play the Dark Moss Bridge, which comes in tapped. See, I need... what sucks is I don't even have like X spells that do stuff to the other board states, really. It's just 1/2 and a green for Unbound Flourishing. Whenever you cast a permanent spell with a mana cost that contains X, double the value of X. That's friggin' awesome in this deck, but too little, too late. Nope, that doesn't help. That just goes back to my hand. Huh. Well, I guess that could be a play. One of each color, and then 1/2. See, which just makes, just doubles it to... This is a sorcery. Whenever you cast a sorcery, instant sword spell, activate. If that spell's mana cost or that ability's cost contains X, copy that spell or ability. You may choose new targets. Okay, well that's something at least. So we're gonna cast for 4 Villainous Wealth, but we're gonna cast it twice onto you. So you are gonna exile the top 8 cards. I get to play any, may cast any number of spells with converted mana cost X or less. So let's see what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, let's bear in mind, I top decked Unbound Flourishing, and that technically wouldn't have been the case because I wouldn't have milled as many cards. So we're already in error. This game is kind of not quite legal, as it were. So I can play Mindcrank, I can play Haunt, I can play any of these really if they're 8 or less, and they all are. I could play a Soul Ring, I could play a little Dark Hatchling because I don't have to pay their mana costs. Yeah, so that's cool. I can just literally just put them on the ground here. Any number of spells, so they don't even have to be permanents. Creature cards in all graveyards, which that's actually quite a bit. I don't feel like really counting that at this point. I can play it without its mana cost. Oh, well, no. My gosh. Now I'm kind of annoyed because now it's getting complicated and it's dragging out. We could have ended it. Alright, when Dark Hatchling enters the battlefield, destroy a target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. Yeah, I'll destroy that. So I get this back on my side. So that's at least 2 creatures that can block. Night Howler and an enchanted creature. So, well, we're playing it for its thing, so it is a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 creatures in this graveyard. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15 from this graveyard, total, including that graveyard. And then 15, 16, and I think that's it because I don't have it. Yeah, so 16. All right. So that dude is now a 16, 16. Not shabby, of course. Then commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature becomes tapped, it and other creatures you control that share a creature type get +2/+0. That's cool, but I don't have it out. I can play Extract from Darkness. Each player mills 2 cards, then you put a creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. I don't even, like... obviously it should be something good. Yeah, I mean, obviously it should be something good. And it really can't be anything from this graveyard because, you know, it has to be from Mazerik's. And you know what? Here's the thing. It's not going to have haste. So we'll pretend I put something from Mazerik's graveyard on here because clearly, like, things didn't work out. They're definitely going to kill Mazerik as quickly as possible. So whatever that is would leave the battlefield. Then the last thing I can play are these two. Oh, that was a sorcery. So, okay, so I get two things from Mazerik because I can copy it. That's a counter spell. It's not going to help. And this is a destruction spell. But it's like, you have to pay, sacrifice creature or pay extra. And I can't pay extra. I don't want to sacrifice creature. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Okay. Well, he can just recast the commander, no problem. Alright, that's flying, but I will destroy this, sacrifice this to destroy that. And I have 2 to block for the menace. It stops one thing. That I'm not going to bother. I can't play that. And that's a counter spell anyway. And I don't have the right mana open or whatever. I guess I could. Doesn't say until end of turn. It just says you may play them while they're in exile. Technically that's exiled. But we'll just say we don't. Even if he plays like a super good card, it's fine. No one has haste. I can't attack, so pass. I know, sorry, I kind of lost I'm like kind of bummed out. I don't want to, I don't care. It's just, I really thought we were going to have a quicker game right there, and it's already like, it's been over an hour. And I was hoping to finish that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 Ravenous Chupacabra. Blasting my own creature. I get it back. You lose the ability to block Menace. You know, I mean, I think this is over now for sure. Hopefully, that's what I keep saying. I still don't have, like, okay, I can play my command tower. Whee! Doesn't help. Moving, this has something like this. Moving combat. Swinging everybody. Let's see. You have 1 blocker that has a 2/2, so in order to kill you, I still need to swing some stuff over your direction. So I will swing your guy. And this horror, because it is in fact 4, so that's going to kill you. So I guess I don't. I just, menace, I just swing that. Then I swing these over at you, menace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You are dead, bam, bam. And here we are. Winner of match 2 is Horrors, or Scary Deck as I call it, helmed by Davy Jones himself. Not bad for a pre-con that has about, like I said, 20 cards changed out that I had. A few extra horrors and some better mana rocks. Yeah, I am very pleased with that. That goes there. What else do I have that's anybody else's? But alright, guys. That was an interesting game. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you learned from my mistakes. Hope you got some ideas for decks for yourselves. Let me know if you do in your comments what you're going to build and how you're going to build it. What would you suggest? What do you think the weaknesses of these decks are so far? Where could they be built better? How could Hydras have performed better? Like, it was going fine until the non-basic destruction, and then its first off commander playment got destroyed. So then it's like, well, I don't have enough mana to play him again, and that just slowed everything down. Mazerik needs to have a lot more creatures on the field for when things get sacrificed so that there's more damage available. But again, it wasn't even slowed down by mana because we had those really good mana rocks early on. It's just we weren't getting all the cards, and then the really good cards were getting milled out and stolen by Scary Deck. Shrines did what it was supposed to do with the mean enchantments. Not quite the shrines this time around. It's just that obviously, because it made itself such a target, it just got beat down real fast with creatures getting blown up and stuff. So I'm not too upset with that. I am upset that, like I said a million times, that deck does this against me and not against other people. But that's still performing the way I like it, so that's good. All right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.